Gotta get this stupid thing on the trailer. It needs to be serviced. Oh man, I left the key on. Battery's dead. Oh my goodness. I'll push it up there, I guess. Good nut. Oh, ow. Oh, hurt my knee. See if I can get back here. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's it. Tell you what. Have you ever tried loading a 1,200-pound side-by-side up onto a trailer manually by your hands? If you leave your key turned on and battery runs down? Well, that's what I tried to do, and it was tragic. So, as you all know that's been following my channel lately, I've been doing these things where I let AI versus me and fixing things out here on my farm. And so I got to thinking about this trailer as well. I bought this trailer. It was secondhand. I bought it from a dealership. The guy that owned it before had, I guess, came on unfortunate events. He had let the trailer go back. He turned it back in. But before he did that, this is a car hauler, by the way. But before he turned it in, he took the winch off the front of it. And he took the battery, and he took the spare tire. So I don't have a winch for this trailer, so when I need to pull something up on here, I usually just drive it up on. But if the battery runs down, if someone leaves a key on, runs the battery down, then I have to get it up on here some other way. Well, as you saw, pushing does not work. So to keep in concordance with my latest videos, I asked AI to help me with this problem. And so I asked it the question, how can I fix this problem? How can I get my side-by-side up on this trailer? And if I need to haul a future car or something that's broke down, how do I do that? And it said simple. A really strong monster winch that can pull at least 12,000 pounds up on this trailer, because this is a 12,000 pound trailer. And I'll be linking that conversation to you that I have with AI. I told it this was a 12,000 pound trailer, and it recommended a monster winch, that was its words, to put on this trailer to winch it up on here. So I got to thinking, which winch do I use? There's so many choices out there. So it broke down the top 4 or 5, I forget how many. I'll show you in the link. I'll put that on there where they talked about it. But the number one, so I gave it a stipulation. I said under $700, because I know some of these winches can run way over $1,000 bucks, and I don't really want to pump $1,000 into this trailer right now just for a winch that's going to be used very little, So I gave it those criteria. It just didn't just recommend a winch. It gave me the specs of the winch, pricing of the top 5 winches, the ratings, and it even told me if it could pull a submerged truck out of mud. So that's what I was working with, and it gave me a recommendation. So here is what it recommended. For under $700, this thing beats winches that cost twice as much. It really does. And I've read the reviews, and you can go online and do the same thing. It even came with a wireless remote that will actually work underwater. I don't plan on swimming when I winch things out. I don't like to swim in mud, but if I had to, you could do it with this thing. With the controller, it's also waterproof. So I bought the winch it recommended. It come with, it's IP69K. If you look that up, you can actually pressure wash that winch. And as you know, using a trailer and side-by-sides in mud, you stop by and pressure wash them on the way home all the time. So you can pressure wash this winch at I think it's 1450 psi or 60. Yeah, let's see, right here it is, 1450 psi. That's pretty good. So you can pressure wash it. I wouldn't pressure wash it directly, but if you did, as long as you don't go over that psi, you should be fine. Now, the next thing is, I've never put a winch on a trailer before. Now, I've got electrical background and I can probably figure it out, but I told ChatGPT AI, I said, I have 2 lights already on it, as you can see here. I don't know why I didn't take those, but I'm glad he didn't. And I have the switches. And so I asked it, you know, it's not rocket science putting a winch on the trailer and wiring it up. It's really not. I mean, most of us guys can figure it out, and ladies too. But it helps more if you have a wiring diagram. Well, AI actually drew me a wiring diagram for this winch and my truck, which I thought was pretty cool. Now I'll link that. I'll show a picture of that wiring diagram here on this as well. So we're going to get into it now. I want to film it just for you guys, and it's going to be like a you know, kind of a close-up filming, and I'll try to, if it's something crucial, I'll go over it as I do it. And then if you guys have any questions about how to do this, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer those to the best of my knowledge. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is take it out of the box and lay the parts out so we're not what we're working with here, and then I'll get the tools we need, and I'll put the winch on first, and then we'll wire it up. Got some pretty cool stickers. Ain't too worried about stickers. Instruction manual and guide to winching. Oh, country boy, I don't need no guide to winching. Maybe I do. I'll use it later because I'm not that smart actually. The wireless remote. Let's see what that looks like actually. I'm kind of curious about that one. Okay, yeah, it's got a little, and I suppose that's a magnet. Yeah, so you can stick it on something if you need to. That's nice. I actually like that. Pocket knife, country boy. I always carry a pocket knife. That's for removing zip ties, by the way. Assume that's a mounting plate. That's what it looks like. The tow hook. More styrofoam. Wait, there's a box here. What's this? Okay, so here is the disconnect switch. Now I'll just mount that right on the back there. Nice. I like that it came with that. A lot of times you have to buy that, and they're not that expensive. I think like 15 to 20 bucks, but they're awesome. If you don't have one of these on all your equipment, man, you should do this. I'm not trying to sell these, and maybe I'll put a link from Amazon on one of these, but these things here, and by the way, if you watch my videos, I am an Amazon affiliate. I didn't get this from Amazon, but I am an affiliate from Amazon, and so if anything you go through my links, and if you buy anything once you're there on Amazon, you can buy anything after you go through my link, and I will get a small, and I do mean small, commission from it, but it does not cost you anything extra. All it does is, that's another way for you to support this channel if you like my channel. Anyway, this is a disconnect switch. I got these on my jet skis. I've got these on a lot of things. And you can turn it off during the winter rather than disconnect your battery. You can use them on your lawnmowers, all kinds of equipment, everything. It will save your battery over the winter. So that's what these are for. But for a winch, it's crucial because you know your battery stays in there. It's not getting charged. I'm going to put a DC charger on this later, DC to DC charger from my truck. That's what AI recommended, but for now we won't do that on this video. Okay, what have we got here? Mountain hardware. Okay. Looks like lead connectors and studs. And We know what that is. That's your front pull bar, whatever you want to call it, for the winch. The actual wiring and the ground. Okay. Now, what I need to do is make some room here. Let me so I had filmed this previously, me taking this all out of the box, but for some reason my camera zoomed into 5 times and you only saw down here. So I'm going to redo this. So basically, this is the box. I took everything out one piece at a time. The entire box weighs about 100 pounds. So, you know, if you got back problems or something, you may want to get some help lifting it. The winch itself, I'm guessing now, the winch itself, I felt like weighs about 60 to 70 pounds. It's pretty heavy. Anyway, I've got everything out. The winch looks good. Here's the waterproof controller I was talking about. It's actually pretty nice. You can, like I said, you can go underwater with that thing. It has a magnet built in, so you can stick it on if you need to somewhere. Here's the hook that came with. And then also, here's all your wiring. Your wiring diagram, wiring hardware, and your connector for your wired controller. A front plate for the winch. Then obviously the winch. That's all you missed. Okay, so now off camera I went and got this is the mounting hardware. I went and got the tools I would need to mount this thing. Now this already has holes drilled in it, and I'm praying that they are standard size and that they will fit my winch without me having to do anything extra. So I want to measure that now. 10 inches center to center. Lord, I hope that's right. I don't have to drill it on today. Yeah, 10 inches center to center. That's good. See, I always measure, man, before. I learned that a long time ago when I was young, 14 years old working. It was a hard lesson for me, but you have to measure everything before you do anything. I promise you, just take my word for it. 4.5, and the depth. And 4.5, yep, that should work. So I don't know if they're standard or not. I'm not a big winch guy. I don't do a lot of things with winches, but apparently that's it. All right. Okay, so I decided before we mount this thing, I was thinking, so I didn't purchase what they call a mounting plate for this thing, and those mounting plates let you put the roller bars on front, and that's really good for your vehicles and stuff if you're pulling out a corner. But this is going to be pulling straight up the thing here. And I may add one later, but I looked at those ones and I don't like any that I found. They don't, even though they say they're rated 12,000 pounds, I was not impressed with them. So I'm either going to, I'm going to go ahead and wire everything up and connect it up just to, you know, get it working and all that. Then it's going to be easy, you know, to take 4 bolts off and put a mounting plate on. Until I find a better mounting plate, I'm just not going to put it on right now. I will later. I just want one that's good. The ones I looked at so far, they're rated at 12,000 pounds, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think they'll hold 12,000 pounds. So rather than damage my winch because of a weak mounting plate, let's wait and get that, or either make it. I may make it myself. I just haven't decided yet. Either way, we're gonna continue on with this install. So the first thing it tells me to do here is take this cover off and put the mounting plate on for the hardware. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, I'm looking through the diagram. I don't see any reason why those copper plates wasn't sufficient. I'm confused. Maybe you guys out there know the answer to this one, or maybe I should ask AI. I'm going to do that. Let's see what AI tells me. Hang on just a second. So, yeah, I tell you, I didn't know, but see, I asked AI, even the instructions don't really tell you why it's having you do that. So basically what AI told me And I'll chalk one up to AI. It beat me on this one because I was confused. So this box, all this does is move this control box. So if you want to mount this control box somewhere else besides on top of the winch, you can do that with this cables. I don't want to do that. Why do I need to do that? So I'm going to revert back to the way it came. Harbor Freight, you absolutely dropped the ball, Badland Winch, and I hope you guys watch this. I hope you see this. You dropped the ball on this. Make it clear in instructions why anybody would want to do this, because it's not clear at all. It doesn't even tell you why, it just tells you to do it. It doesn't give you any reason for doing it, or why you might want to do it, or that it's even an option. It just tells you to do it. Work on the instructions. So I'm going to revert back because this is going to stay where it's at. All this, so we wasted 30 minutes for no reason because the instructions were poor. AI, you won this one. I'll get you on the next round. Kind of ticks me off though, I'll just be honest with you. That's ridiculous. I mean, you wasted about 30 minutes for no reason whatsoever. Could have told me what you was having me do there. I should have figured it out though. I do have electrical background. I should have figured out what was going on. I kind of thought that was new. Listen, remember I said it. I don't know why they had me do this. So I should have figured out that's just the remote location for this control box. I didn't figure it out. AI beat me on that one. That's all right though. I'm sure I'll beat it on plenty. I hope that one of you guys out there, if just one person can learn from what I just did wrong, it'd be worth it. Because to save you guys 30 minutes, 40 minutes of doing this for no reason whatsoever, I'll take the heat for it, and it is hot today. See what I did there? I know, my humor's awful. Oh, and by the way, today's Mother's Day. I don't think I have too many females watch my channel, but maybe there's some females out there that watches with your husband. And I ain't got a lot of views, I know that, I understand that. But for you guys out there that do see this, even if you see it some other day, I wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And I especially wish all the members of my family a happy Mother's Day. My wife, my granddaughters, my daughter-in-law, all of them I wish a happy Mother's Day. My sister-in-law, my nieces, everyone that I know. I pray today is the best day ever for you, and that may God bless you going forward for the next year. I almost forgot to do that. Gonna write the white starred line about all this. If you guys don't know, that's a reference from Titanic. You may be asking yourself, why would a country boy like yourself know a line from Titanic? That's a good question, and it's a fair question. The answer to that question would be because my wife thinks it's the best movie that's ever been made in the history of time, and I have been forced, that might be a strong word, encouraged to watch that movie about 5,642 times. So yes, I know a few lines from it. Okay, 40 minutes later, right back where we started. Yay. Okay. That's ridiculous. Badland Apex manual. Superb documentation. I don't know, I'm kind of afraid to even follow this anymore. I think I can do it on my own, but you know. All right, now that we've got all of that solved and out of the way, we want to connect our battery and all these things. So, we'll move this up here a little closer to where we want to be. I'm going to pause you. I got to go get the battery for this, and we're going to wired up outside. I always was taught to do a test before you put everything in place. Put everything in place, and before you seal everything up, do another test, right? That's what I was always taught. So I was taught that from my elders, and I'm going to trust them rather than AI on that step. So I'll be right back. So, okay, I'm back. And so I know someone's going to say, well, hey, Mr. Smith Farm Shenanigans, don't your side-by-side have a winch on it? Well, yes, sir, it does. But if the battery's dead, the winch don't work. And yeah, I could go get a battery charger, charge it up, but I need a winch for this anyway, so what better way to test it, right? Anyway, let's proceed. So, with these outstanding instructions, top notch, we're going to continue. It says next we're going to wire a disconnect switch up, and that's actually very easily done, and so we'll do that now. We're going to use this big nice red wire right here that they so graciously gave us for something else. And what did I do with that disconnect box? Aha. Here it is. I already see where I'm going to put that too. Nice. So this comes out. I'll have to take that side out. So we're going to mount it like this to be on. Yeah, and then we turn it sideways to be off. Perfect. And basically, when you're wiring these disconnect switches up, all you're doing is breaking. Which lead do you break? Do you break the negative or the positive? Always, when you're putting a disconnect switch in, and it works as well for your light switches in your house or your pole barn or your garage, always break the positive. And why you do that is, if you break the positive, no power can get to that device. That's why you always break the positive. There may be some guys out there that swear about doing it the other way, and that's okay. That's the way I've done it. That's the way I was taught to do it. And that, my friend, is the way I'll keep doing it no matter what AI tells me. I don't know what AI tells me because I didn't ask it the question on that one. But you get my point. I digress. Okay, wrong socket. That's going to be 14. I will be right back. I gotta get a socket for this. Apparently I don't have, everything else is right size, but this one's oddball. I don't know why. China. That's why. Okay, I'm back, my illustrious friends. Now, let's tighten this up here. And then the other side of this will be from the winch itself, the control box. And what that would do is just simply break the power. So there will be, under no circumstances, there'll be no power going to the winch. If you break the negative, you still have power to the winch. All right. So it's because it's grounded to the frame of this. So breaking the negative would do nothing. Anyway. Okay, so now gotta cut this loose. What did I do with my knife? All right. Now, if you notice something here, I didn't cut that. There we go, case. All right. If you notice something here, this is black wire, but at the very end, it's red. If you can see that in there. That's red. That means positive. Just want to show you that. So what you have here on this remote, it's a wireless remote, but it's also pretty cool. You can plug this in the bottom here, plug the other end of your cable into your winch. It becomes a wired remote. So you say you're out somewhere and your batteries have died in this, because it uses those little round flat watch batteries. Well, you still have this. You can still use your winch, right? So that's what that's for. Trying to find the connector for the other side of it. I saw it. Here we go. I think it's over here. Yep. So it's over here on the other side of the winch. You decide you want to go that route. It's got a little white arrow here, and you just match that white arrow up with the white arrow on here, and you'll be in business. Turn your controller on. There's a switch in there as well to turn on. Not too hard. And again, we're just doing proof of concept here. I'll finish wiring this all up if this works. We're going to pull that winch out up here if it works. Help me, bug. Your ground cable for the battery. Okay. Let's see what our old trusty instructions tell us next. Okay, so that's pretty easy, about what I figured. So they got this going to this down here, but they don't. If you move it, they give an extension for it. I was looking for it there. This little black cable here, it connects back to the controller down here, the ground terminal on the motor, and they give an extension in case you move this control box where it will reach. But we're not moving it, remember, so we're not going to worry about that. We'll put that on there. And then the next thing we'll put on there is the control cable, the long cable. We may put that one on first and then the little bitty fella on top. Again, all we're doing here is proof of concept. Then we will take our time, and I'll wire it up off camera probably for you, because you don't need to see all that mess of going through all that. But if you have any questions on how I did it, I'll be more than glad to answer them for you. All right, so now glad it turned on. Okay, I know you heard that. If not, I'll do it one more time so you can hear it. This is proof of concept to make sure everything's working. I'm just holding these on here for now. Okay, I know you heard that time. So everything works as it should. I was using the controller to push it in and out. It worked fine. So that works. So what I'm probably going to do is, I may not get this completely installed today, but I wanted to make this video and show you how to put a winch on your trailer. Now all I need to do is put the bolts in through the trailer and mount it down. I need to run my wires through and under and connect everything back up just like I got it now. I've got it connected and ready to go. All I got to do is put the battery inside, run the wires through where they go, mount everything up, and it'll be ready to go. And I will show probably, I may make a part 2 to this video showing how to, once I get everything in place, to completely wire it back up, you know, like it goes. And I'll go over that wiring for you, maybe in part 2 if you want me to. And also I'll wire these lights in, it's already here. But that'll be it for today. I pray that you're having a great day, and I thank you for watching this video. I want to make this video showing how to do this and showing why AI actually picked that winch. I'll show you on screen there of me asking it the question in real time, and you'll see it answering that question, and it will give you the answer of what the top 5 winches are, and this is what it recommended for the price. And also it told me how to wire it up. So I already knew, without reading those instructions, I already knew because I had got the instructions from the AI, and it's basically followed exactly what I knew. Different from that a little bit, but basically the same thing. So AI, I give it a win on this one. It outdid me on this one simply because a couple of things I didn't know. Like I didn't know why the instructions would have me move that box. I kind of thought about it, but didn't really click in my head that it was just to relocate that control box. Now, I'm not a big winch guy. You guys out there that run these winches, you probably laughing and already knew what it was, and that's okay. I didn't know, and AI did, so it beat me today, but I'll get it next time. So thank you for watching. I pray that you'll keep watching my videos and help me grow this channel. Help us all. We'll have all kinds of fun on this channel if you want to stick with me, and you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching another Smith Farm Shenanigans DIY video. I'll see you in the next one.